Hey, happy Saturday morning. I'm coming off grid. I think it was 174. I very confidently went for Frankie Fritch as a New York Giants MVP, which he was not. He was a St. Louis Cardinals MVP, but was not winning MVPs with the Giants, which kind of makes sense because he was traded for Rogers Hornsby, and right before uh, that Rogers Hornsby had a string of dominance where he hit 400 over a 4 or 5 year stretch with the Cardinals. So um, anyway, I didn't get that one. I got the other eight, but close but no cigar. I'm going to do something new for this episode. You can probably glean from the title that I'm going to put on it. I'm going to go ahead and start over because Baseball Reference has now opened up all the previous grids to be played. So I'm going to start all over with grid number one. I didn't start playing Immaculate Grid until probably in the 70s, I think is when I started, and I started doing these videos on I think Immaculate Grid number 91. Um, for a while here, I think I'll be seeing new grids, or at least I haven't seen them in a very long time. But I'm gonna try to make up the old ones. I'll do maybe one or two a weekend. Really don't have time during the week to be knocking these things out, but just thought it'd be fun to go back and play. So I'm gonna start sharing here. I guess I'll just bring up my failure right there. Yep, there it is. Um, and you can't see it, but my thing is being blocked. But there's okay. I can just click on grid number one. So why don't I just do that? And this is baseball grid number one. And then I guess I'll just click up there. I guess in the future here, and we'll do two and so on. But this is baseball grid number one. This is, I guess, a moment in Immaculate Grid history was showing this grid right here, which I thought this was kind of a newer format, but I guess they were, from the beginning, they were doing it. So we have Blue Jays, and we're going to match them to the Rangers, Red Sox, and Reds. And we got Hall of Famers and All Stars. So um, I am gonna take a crack at this one, and we'll see how I do here. Um, right off the bat, common player Otis Nixon. He works in both of these. Um, I believe Benito Santiago will work there. So will Randy Myers. He played about a half season in it was 98 with the Blue Jays. Um, and the question is, where do I not want to play Otis Nixon? Man, he works for both of those really well. Let's see. And then Hall of Famer. Let's go over to Hall of Famers. I think with the Rangers, the winning ticket is going to be Rich Gossage. He goes sub 1%. I'm not sure what the sample size is here, but let's see. Reds All-Star. Sorry, Reds Hall of Fame, but that's All-Star. Okay. Let's start with Reds Hall of Fame. Um, Ooh, I got one. How about this one? How about Christy Mathewson? Played with the Reds at the last season of his career, I think. He goes sub 1%. Red Sox Hall of Fame? How about old standby Al Simmons? Certainly not going to work for the Blue Jays. I don't think he's going to work for any of these All-Star categories because he barely played with these two teams, but so he could work there. He goes way less than 1%. Love that. All right, good start. Good start. All-Star, I just thought of an All-Star for the Reds though. Because I think this will be pretty obscure. Well, maybe he played there for a while, but Brett Boone is the name I'm thinking of. And the reason I'm thinking this is he made the All-Star team. I think it was the 98 season because Boone goes like Reds, Braves, Padres, and then Mariners, and then kind of goes off with the Mariners for a few years. But I remember seeing him in 98 and being very surprised by it. This is when he's with the Reds making the All-Star team. I remember being surprised by that because like I'd had that I've mentioned it on the show before, but I had that Athlon Sports magazine with like everyone's statistics from the previous year, and Brett Boone was not good in 1997. So I was just like, huh? Really? And then I guess he had a pretty good year that year. I don't know how he ended up. He at least had a good half year, but he'll work here. He goes way less than 1%. All right. Um, let's see. Rangers All-Stars. I wonder if there's any really good ones from the lean years in the aughts. Anyone I can think of in the 80s, maybe, who might have had a surprising All-Star appearance. Oh, how about former Brewer? I remember him having a surprising because it wasn't like he was having that great a year, but I think it was just a lean year at second base, and that was Mark Loretta. I think in '06, made the All-Star team representing Boston. It was 0.1%. Let's see. Who's another good All-Star for the Rangers? Someone who'd be a little bit surprising. What do we think of Rusty Greer? He hit third on those teams. I think he was an all-star. Surprised me if he wasn't. Um, Fergie Jenkins. It's gonna be too much. I know I guess I just went with Frank Howard on the other video. I'm not gonna go with him here. Let's change it up a little bit. Unfortunately, I can't really think of any other like really prominent players from the Senators during that period. Ted Williams was the manager. Fun fact. He was the last manager of the Washington Senators, first manager of the Texas Rangers. Buddy Bell, that's he's made the All-Star team a few times. Nolan Ryan will work, I'm sure. Actually, I think I saw that Nolan Ryan was the most popular on the number 174, so probably is the most popular here. Um, Dean Palmer, maybe. Um, all right, yeah. I'm just kind of dancing around. Let's go with Rusty. Rusty Greer. Really? He didn't make the All-Star team ever. He was hitting third on those monster lineups. Are you kidding me? All right, back-to-back failures on the same day, huh? All right, well, Juan Gonzalez works if you want one that will fill that up. I'm sure he works. Drove in 100 runs before the All-Star break one year. Rusty Greer never made an All-Star team. Hmm. All right, well, I don't know. Let's go. Let's put Otis Nixon in this one. And then Otis Nixon would have worked here too, but we'll go. How about Steven Drew? Oh no, that's not who I'm thinking of. I don't think I'm thinking of Steven Drew. He was with the Diamondbacks at that time. Who was I'm trying, who was the shortstop? The Red Sox signed Scooter. Scooter was the guy I was actually thinking of. I don't know if Steven Drew works there, but Scooter was I think the name I was actually thinking of was someone who went directly from the Blue Jays and the Red Sox signed him 2010-ish. I think Santiago works here, and I might as well. So 0 for 2 on the day. Santiago does work. Really good picks other than that. So many choices, and I went with someone who didn't work. It's very surprising to me that Rusty Greer was never an all-star with Texas. I thought that was a safe pick. All right. 96%. That's what I botched. 96%. All right. Well, I'll play. I might play another one of these maybe tomorrow or I'll give it a shot next weekend. Little bit of a bruised ego, but that's all right. That's all right. I'll get this uploaded and we'll play again tomorrow. Hope the Brewers will be NL Central champions at that point. Have a great rest of your weekend. Peace.